All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog, back onto Larry's Memorial Institute for some hillbilly action. Unfortunately, Cat Jam is going to be having the -3 points to start off with on the killer side. Plus, you expose the build as well. So our survivors can kind of develop a game plan around that. Also, our survivors have the ability to switch up their builds as well. So I'll be intrigued to see if maybe they switch kind of, who has the decisive strikes and things like that. But we do see finding a survivor in library relatively quickly.
Yeah, this is, I don't think we're going to see the same amazing little chainsaw snipe from the start. I still am, the choice though for Tune Carburetor is interesting. Especially on so that does reduce your movement speed, but on top of that, with the engravings as well, if you do bump, your recovery time is going to be a while, plus the slower movement speed too. Interesting choice though with Spies from the Shadows out here, but you see this is this is exactly where Lopez would have been perfect, but since it was of course Killerfault restart, he cannot change the add-ons either.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. I wonder if maybe the part of it was thinking because of some of the more awkward tiles, you were just going to want to do more of the back revving, which was your thought process of going with the tuned carburetor. But yeah, I definitely can't help but wonder if maybe as this trial progresses, we'll see where maybe we could have gotten some bigger value as far as some low pro. This is tough here now because you got to remember, last trial, we had ourselves a down and a hook, 40 seconds in? Now we're almost to the point where Corrupt is just about expired. And we've really only seen, well, I was going to say one person now until we found Ace. There's going to be maybe where we got a little bit of that carburetor value.
It does good idea to push them off this gen. Get the room to do a bit of work. What a hit. Oh my lord. Bad Habits, the Drift King. We do see a Spies proc as well. Man, and he's running into another active gen. My god, this man is insane, but it sounds like they're going to finish it right there too.
Well, they do at least also get the ace picked up across the way. We see the scratch marks here now dropping into, I thought they were dropping into the main. No, it looks like they're actually walking all the way across. But of course, now since we know we've had people around us, easy decision to just kind of confirm this hook. You've got the, spicy totem by you. You've got a generator that's knocking next to you as well. So easy decision just to go ahead and buy them.
There is another generator though. The one that he's facing there was quite close to being finished too. Which I think, was the one that just popped. Yeah, where he got the insane little flick hit as well. Yeah, we did see the Spies proc. So we know someone is close by, wanting to sneak in. But yeah, it looks like he's definitely just going to confirm this second stage and then go for a bit of a hunt.
Now, I wonder, the survivor that was nearby, do we think that they are still lurking in the shadows, just waiting for someone to, or waiting for Bad Habits to leave? Or are they waiting for the communication? They've just been on a gen, because right now, if we push anybody off these gens, just like this one here we're going to be seeing, they are going to start getting that 200% regression, thanks to the Ruin not going to be able to get the stun, and of course, with the carburetor, going to, be able to get it
so
up just in time.
Yeah, see, if that was the Lopez, that would have been in an injured state as well. Even with the tuned, he didn't get that hit either. That is, and if Sin is a DS user and goes to tunnel him out here, doesn't really, so close. It's, this is a rough one. Bad Habits started off so strong in that first game. Got some great hits with the sword before, but it's going to be a rough one. Billy on Aries was always going to be tricky, and there goes the spicy totem. That generator now is just knocking back, almost finished.
And I mean, you still have a 3-gen that you see kind of like as we're facing here, but we know this of the 3-gen is a lot of progress, and we know the middle one at one point had quite a bit of progress. Of course, the regression was stopped whenever we broke the totem itself. We'll see when we check back in here. Yeah, not too far along. Some progress, though. We do also see a survivor off in the distance here, and it's going to be interesting because if you can burn some time, especially if you're talking about up in the top over here, as we see generator number 3 getting popped off in the distance. Wait, did that crow get disturbed by Nancy on the floor below it, or is there somebody else upstairs?
Maybe the floor below? Oh, that drift was just not enough. He's playing for some spicy stuff, so I've got to respect that. But, yeah, they're just... Doom is playing this very smart, not wasting that pallet. Yeah, this is looking like a very rough one here for CJ. It's the mental too, like we were talking about yesterday. When there is bad stuff and you do have that mistake and it causes you to lose points and you start off on the back foot, it is so... It can be so devastating mentally to try and recover. And then, you know, you'll be thinking of all these other things like, oh, what if I bought this instead? What if I did this? What if I did that? But now he's chasing Vion. It's not even considering the chase until just now. So he wasn't even getting bloodlust until then. And he does get the blood. Oh! Panic throw there by Vion, but he might get the window. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you have that and the adrenaline here to be able to build big value. Plus, we see somebody was already on a door across the way with only the 1 stack of the no way out. So that means only 24 seconds was flirting with fire there. That is going to be the down here onto Vion. But, I mean, even if Vion gets camped into death, that's only 5 stages. That's definitely an obtainable condition to be handing over to your killer here if you're Purgatory, especially when we consider that 3-point penalty as well.
Absolutely, yeah. This is this one may already just be a wash here for CJ with that penalty, unless he catches someone out right this second, which it doesn't look like he will. Unless they're going to get spicy and go for the save, which they are. Oh, unfortunately slams into that wall. Does see Doom going across these pallets, probably running, yeah, towards that other gate. Nobody's left the trial yet either. This is spicy choices here by Perk, but I don't think he's going to make it, even with this increased web time. If he dodges this chainsaw...
I think it's the challenge, though.
Oh, gave away the state.
Yeah, that's going to be tough here. Now, of course, especially here on Doom, this is a fresh hook. We see the flashlight not going to be enough here. You are close to the door. I don't know if you flirt with this fire, though. Oh, I was trying to see if you could curve that just enough to see if you could put the body in that little gateway there on the left side. Wasn't going to be the case, but that is a full 3 stages that we're now adding in the end game here for Bad Habits.
Yeah, with 3 fresh hooks from that too. And
so yeah, you have it across 3, and I mean, so Pokemon was the only fresh out there as far as for Purgatory. So
yeah, looking at 11 to 16. Not as bad as it could have been, but we will quickly set up this next half with Purgatory bringing the Billy onto Leary's. We will see you all in just a few minutes.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog. Trial number 2 between Purgatory and Cat Jam. Going to be hanging on board with Phantom from Purgatory here. Looking right around, I believe it's the 6th hook mark, especially because we had the penalty as well here. So does alleviate a little bit of the pressure. We are going to be seeing a little bit of a difference in the build here. I do, of course, like seeing the corrupt is going to be used, of course, pretty consistently, probably until the change at least. But we are also going to be seeing a couple of other things here. I like seeing the pop. I think that shows some anticipates being very confident in the build. The question is, are you going to be able to get the down? We see the low pro coming out here in this case. Nice curve to get that down.
Hit. Showing Bad Habits how to do the curves. Phantom getting a nice quick down. Not as fast as the killer reset first one, but still going to be putting in a lot of pressure. And it looks like Phantom does know the win condition that he does need to play for.
might not be as fast as what we had seen in trial number 1, but this one sure does count, unfortunately. Remember, when we ran things back in what ended up being trial number 1, it had been quite some time before we saw our first hook. Now going to be working around. Oh, not quite going to be able to get the curve. Going to be catching the edge of the pallet space here, which does cause our survivor to just go ahead and shift W, leave the room, actually heads to the longer bathrooms here. And I believe we're just going to go ahead and see going all the way around the outside. Does realize that Phantom's in there. That's smart.
Yeah, playing the corner, I think that's exactly what he needed to do. Just play this corner, waste as much time as you can. Even though he did get the pop value before, you're running him into some very dangerous for Billy territory. Oh, but straight to an active generator. Nyx being caught in a very, very scary spot here. Just back revving. Oh no, hits the desk. Nyx gets to say see you later, but now we got the bamboozle.
I was going to say, too, that is a little bit tougher of a tile to curve just because it's kind of a little bit more of an awkward shape. So definitely understand the Claudette kind of using that to their advantage, hanging around here. The only problem is now you've got another back rev going on. However, you can see Nyx playing this very, very patient. Now going to take the vault. I do believe that is life. Indeed, proving to be life here. Going to allow for a big distance. Now we do have, I thought was hoping he gets that pallet. Not going to be the case. That's the down here.
Very well played. And I'm not too sure if they know that it's low pros yet. When he did rev through that and hit it, they may have heard the steps afterwards, but they wouldn't have seen it. So low pros may still be a little bit of a surprise to them. One gen for 2 fresh hooks. Looking pretty good so far. Sorry, make that 2 fresh hooks for 2 gens. Still in a very good spot though. Man, Bad Habits camping the pallet. Now they'll know that it's low pros 100%. Gets
nice
the
low
low
pro hit
pro
there.
value. Now we do have 2 gens remaining. He is chasing someone as well that is only worth the 2 points. We do only have 2 stacks of the No Way Out. Great little double back there. Bought himself a little bit more time. Oh, has a pallet to play with, but no, unlucky. Down he goes.
Now the question is, though, I feel like it's been a little while since we've seen a couple of our other survivors. It's also been a little while since we've seen that 3rd generator pop, which can't help but wonder how close we are to seeing at least a 4th. We see this one by the door. Doesn't have very much progress. No real 3 gen play. I guess you can kind of consider the 3 when you consider it's a Billy and kind of, traverse the hallways relatively quickly, but hasn't really found a gen that's worth kicking yet with the pop, which could be worrisome.
He is hearing our little friend here who is injured, wanting to try and tunnel him out and put it into a 3v1. But not too sure if this is going to be the right play here at this stage of the game, although it does look like they are running towards a gen that was being worked on before. Forces the throw, very nice. And unless he has that DS to give him the D, we're looking like it's going to be a 3v1 situation.
Which then the question is, at least at this point, it's been a little while. Maybe the far gen that we never pushed on, that one's just about done. But, yeah, now the game plan changes a little bit. Granted, if we are able to finish the gens, we are still sitting on only 2 stacks of the No Way Out here. So, maybe if you can get yourself a fresh hook and then still be able, before heading into the end game, could work out into your favor. The question, though, is what kind of progress are on these gens? There's Gen 4. Oh, this one has a lot of progress, too.
Oh, no, Fang. Down you go. That's going to be pop on that as well. Things are looking pretty rough for our survivors right now. see some scratch marks here. Do see a survivor here. Let's see if this is going to be a quick chase or if he's going to be able to juice up our boy Phantom here.
Oh
Down
my
he goes.
gracious. What a beautiful curve here. And that is going to be a very quick decision to go ahead and go for this hook, because you are going to be able to secure this hook somewhat close to where your other one was. So now you have an idea of where the full, at least remaining survivors are, all the other two of them. This is also another fresh hook. This is big because that's going to be your last fresh hook if we happen to make it to the end game. Of course, that is going to require our survivors to still finish one more generator. We also see the heal coming in across the way here, so we know they're at least ready for the reset, but I don't know we've got any gens ready anywhere near close to complete.
Oh yeah, these gens are not going to be anywhere ready. Fang getting caught out. That is unlucky. Will they risk the DS? Yes, they will. Or they've either missed it or they don't have it. And yeah, this is Phantom is putting in some serious work here on the Billy. Can't believe we're getting to see some great flicks here on a Hillbilly on Larry's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were going to see a situation kind of similar to our last trial with, you know, going to be a little bit lower of a hook stage count. But right now, Phantom just really out here on a tear. Now we do find another survivor. We do have this pallet here. It's a little bit stronger of a pallet that we can work around. But of course, with the low pro, you got to be careful playing it very, very I don't even know how to call that. I guess aggressive for the survivor, greeting that pallet there. I don't know if I would have done that, but it bought them more time here with big. Yeah, really.
This is the big thing too with Leary's. You get a lot of great plays here as the killer, but there is a lot of windows that they can chain together, which will interrupt a lot of that insta-down ability. Surely they vote. No. Oh, we're back here again. Same survivor looping the desk as earlier here in the study. Good choice to back away, try and push these guys off their gems.
Yeah, I like the decision too, especially because the Fang has like remained injured, right? So it makes you think that they're prioritizing the generators, which might be the case. We're following some scratch marks here. It does not look like these scratch marks have any blood following with them. So yeah, this is going to be our ace that we have been able to locate. Now working into where we've got this little like longer tile. This pallet is still available. Looks like might be trying to, was trying to force the vault, wasn't able to do so. Really good patience shown here from our ace. Now actually, we still have this pallet up as well. We did just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Phantom wasn't expecting the greed here. We still have we have the 4 stacks of No Way Out, which have finally just procced now. How are these doors looking? We've got one over here. Double vault. Unlucky.
That bamboozle like restricts some of the options, of course, because we've already used this or through the pallet. I thought I was mistaken. I forgot that we actually left that one standing. That is going to prolong this chase here some more. We still have about, 14 seconds left on that No Way Out here. So really still needing to serve up some juice. Nice fake at the window to get a little bit of a hesitation. Fake again, though. Probably should have taken the vault that time. Curvin this time. Not to make it
again. Oh my god. Yeah, it's I think though, even with escapes here, I don't think they make enough points to take the first set while Billy goes to take a shower in there.
Yeah, I do believe Purgatory has already secured this thing up. I mean, we're talking about them already having 17 points after they had restricted the killer last round to 11. So I think even now the 3 out here will work as a little bit of a momentum for Cat Jam here. Might not be walking away with the set point, but remember, these survivors are going to be right back out here on the Oni on Suffocation Pit. So if they can at least say, hey, we turned things around in the back end of set number 1, let's come out and set the pace in set number 2 set a very clear and winnable condition for our killer, maybe they can regain some of this momentum back.
I would like to see them get that momentum shift back, because while it is demoralizing, would be nice to see what they can do here without a point penalty. But let's see the total score. Would the -3 have changed it?
It would not. So right now we're looking at a score of 33 to 26. So the biggest thing is going to be because of the extras, the fact that we got the fresh stages all the way around.
Yeah.
Would have been the decision still. So, I mean, Purgatory still would have won regardless, but still it's something that you can't help but sit into the back of your head, especially too because, for you had the really good start right before the restart, and then wasn't quite the same on the restart. So it's going to be up to, again, obviously the survivors have to come in and set the pace, but then obviously just also have to keep the morale high all the way around. So going to be interesting to see how Cat Jam responds. Again, we'll be on Oni on Suffocation Pit for set number 2, and we'll be bringing that to y'all after a very quick break.
Welcome back, folks. We are now into the second round of the matchup between Cat Jam and Purgatory. We will be seeing Oni here on the Suffocation Pit, moving in for some interesting gameplay. Looks like, is that a split corrupt?
No, we've got ourselves, it's a corrupt, it looks like pretty well all on the backside of main, but you'll notice though, not only are the 3 gens tucked all the way on the backside of the main, but there is another generator up on this side. So we do kind of have one of those more for, might even call it a 5 gen, with the other one that's kind of more around the right side center of the map as well, kind of what I think a lot of our comp players would consider 3. This could be a really good setup. The question is Phantom going to be able to take advantage of it, especially because the Ruin is also in the middle of the 5 gen. You've already got the power thanks to the splintered hole. You've got a little bit of extra speed thanks to the Akito's crutch. The question is, are you going to be able to find a connection? That's the first down.
Hit. Bad Habits is down, and it's always scary when an Oni gets a very early M1. Because, now you're in a position like this, hooked on an active gen here on this top side, near the spicy totem. You can see the blood from Clicky as well. This is scary.
So would you say that Phantom was able to drop our Nia there like a Bad Habit?
Oh my god. I am loving the puns. Oh my, that was so close. Well, he's already got his power again.
Yeah, I mean, part of that's going to be that help from the splintered hole. Oh, no. We actually see that NATO here was around the spicy totem. This is going to be another Flick Phantom on top of their game. I thought we might see a slug there. It does look like we're going to go for the quick pickup. And kind of understandable, or I shouldn't even say kind of, quite understandable, because with the splintered hole, with the fact that you have people all around the map that are still injured, well, now still just one other survivor that is around the map, but there's plenty of blood orbs, so we'll be able to get that power use armed and ready to go once again. There's generator number 1 popping off in the distance, but the 5 gen still intact. The Ruin still standing. And we're already starting to create a dead zone back here as well.
Yeah, dead zone near the spicy totem in a 4 gen against an Oni who's keeping people perpetually bleeding and lots of power. This is like dream come true for Oni mains.
This is going to be interesting because I was going to say, Phantom can probably anticipate someone trying to come in on the opposite side of our middle here, because it does have that choke point, not quite as tight as the one on Azeroth's, but kind of similar. First swing and a miss here with the Demon Dash. Now trying to see if we can find a connection. We see a Fang. That's going to be a down. Wouldn't be surprised to see Fang, though, even left on the ground. Yeah, go ahead and leave this slug. No way. This is it. Oh, my goodness gracious. No way. Wow.
And that second stage on NATO, Nyx has to run in for the unhook. So we're probably going to see that in a few moments. Second stage for Bad Habits. Oh man, this is the dream for Oni players.
Now I just can't help but wonder though, is like, where is our 4th survivor?
He's picking up bad habits from the hook. And yeah, it's...
What?
NATO's going to be stuck on that hook. I don't think they're going to be able to rotate around in time, like safely.
Oh, I think
anyway.
NATO's basically at this point. Is there anyone who can get even like close the distance to get there? It's not even talking about safely. I don't even know if anybody can run over there in time. That's tough.
Yeah, Phantom is on a tear with this Oni. He's just
at least in a couple weeks, our Survivor Squad wouldn't have to worry about the ruin anymore.
Yeah, I still can't believe that. That is, yeah, that's a whole other topic. So it looks like he does see both people here.
Yeah, it looks like.
Look at all that juicy goo. Let's go.
I like the idea of holding the power just a little bit longer. Might have been able to close the distance a little bit quicker, but it does at least guarantee you some vision here, right? I mean, we've already, like we talked about earlier, started to create a little bit of the dead zones. Nice job here with the mind game, and then the flick on top of that here as well. Gonna very quickly pick up this Claudette, rotate them over to this middle hook where we had just seen the save come from. And now, at this point, I mean, that's our last fresh hook, firmly in control. What do you do if you're the survivors here?
Not really a lot. Like you can see now from the amount of blood that's already on the map and how quickly he's getting these downs, he's always going to be in his power. So even like stopping to reset is just going to be idle time that you can't really waste. And look at him, he's forcing him to walk and just keep dropping orbs in that same spot. And he has enough time to use his power to chase down someone that's injured.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Quick pickup. More blood around. Yeah, it's game over. You just need to try as hard as you can to get progress into a gen, and I don't even think that's going to be possible. Oh, well, now it might be, but even then, he's still got the pop now. Like, what are you meant to do? The Phantom is just rolling through them.
If you would have told me that we would see an Oni game where we could potentially have a 4K before a second gen pops on Macmillan, I'd be like, Sheltered Woods, maybe I can see it. But on Suffocation Pit, a big old map like this, and now we're going to be seeing, I mean, a whole bunch of progress on there. That's going to be the kick. The pop goes the Weasel. Instantly regresses that thing back 25%. Now working our way through. Nice job of not first. Stick our big old noggin in there. This time, though, get stunned stupid, says Fang, as we now work our way back through. As the OCE legendary Barn would say, now humping main back here. Trying to take as much time as possible, at least to be able to buy time for maybe Claudette to at least get a gen done. But this getting caught, and at that point, just stands there and it knows exactly what's coming.
And this is exactly what happens when you're playing Survivor and you get a very early hit for an Oni. With add-ons like this, with game sense and skill like this, when they're in their power, it's so oppressive. You need to, as much as you can, delay that first hit. You can't stop it, but you can delay it for a long, as long as you can. Like... Well, this Phantom knows what's up. He's just, signing into Facebook.
Big vibing right now, dog. Just chilling.
Will we see the 12 stage before? Oh, no, he's going for the hatch. Wait, is he? What?
No. So he's getting a gen done, which at least gets you 2 more points, right? But, I mean... I can't help but wonder if you could have gotten more points with just making the end game play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 3 points. You would have gotten an extra point. But then that's getting there from here. Like.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, all they have to do now, all Purg has to do is 3 gens. And then they can just line up to be sacrificed, run after the other, and they will win.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that, but...
Yeah, but yeah, it's just the win condition. This one is a very clear-cut win condition.
Yeah, I mean, did a really good job coming out here. And you had mentioned, right, this is what can happen when you end up giving out those very early hits. And we had a couple of them there. And just to be able to continue, it's like just continued all gas, no brakes from the word go. That was just very, very impressive to watch, honestly. So we're looking at a score of 24-4. So, man, I definitely do not envy whoever it is that's going to be sent out here for Cat Jam for trial number 4, and we will be seeing that here in just a couple minutes. All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog. Trial number 4 between Purgatory and Cat Jam. And Cat Jam, with their backs up against the wall a little bit here. Remember, Purgatory did take set number 1. Now basically needing a 4K before the second gen pops to avoid going down 2-0 here. And we do see, of course, pushing up into that corrupt side of our map here, coming in with a pretty similar build as well. So if we're looking to get big value, we need an early down, and we need to be able to keep the ruin up.
Yeah, I'm interested in why they brought No Way Out here with the wing condition that they have. I personally feel like you'd be wanting to bring something more like Thanatophobia or, you know what I mean? It's an interesting decision here. If you didn't have a steep wing condition where you can't let 3 gens go, yeah, I can see it being beneficial. But for this, it seems like a waste of a perk slot, especially with Ruin going so quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
But there is a nice quick hit for them here onto Sin. It's a lot of blood there.
Oh no!
Sin. There is a quick down for them.
This is not what you were wanting. You were really kind of hoping that the first hook wasn't going to come in until after the corrupt intervention had expired here. You know, needing to, I mean, granted, you only need to get a couple of gens done, but this is tough.
Yeah, you don't even, in reality, you don't even need to worry about unhooking your friend here. You can just sit on the other side of the map, pump out gens. Once that third one's done, doesn't even matter. Because you can hear this here, like, there's no pop value, nothing like that for that gen regression. All he's got now is just himself using downs and injures as a deterrent for gen progression. We are halfway through this power as well, and he hasn't seen anyone. They are stealthing this out very well. They did get the save too. But as you can see, like, he is patrolling between these 2 gens because, yeah, they're both getting quite close to finished. And even though we haven't seen a gen pop yet, he hasn't had any value. Ooh, great throw there, just in time. But that's the power. And you can see
not only is that the power, but you don't have anybody bleeding still. So do we have any blood on the field at this point?
There might be a little bit on the other side of the map, but yeah, he hasn't hit anyone here. Although I think they waited too long. Yeah, they gave that hit away for free there, pretty much. And now he's running into a spot where there's no pallets.
And this is tough because we know that there's a couple of generators over on this side of the map here that have a decent amount of progress. Oh, I thought that was going to be a hit. Got the pallet down just in the nick of time here.
Tempting fate. He hears that gen is nearly done. That's one that's popped. And that gen back there, but that means someone was working on that, and he's committing to this. I feel like that gen that he went past is going to pop. Oh, he's collected the blood to go for the power back to the gen. That is a good call. Which gen is he going for?
We have found ourselves another survivor here. Oh, ends up going the wrong way along the L wall, runs right into the face of our Oni, who was very angry with a big old bat running right at him. So that is going to be a down. We do see the 3 gen over on main side now getting attacked. That now broken up here. And we know a couple of these gens over on this side have a decent amount of progress here. So we're pretty well far. Yeah, we're pretty close to having really no 3 gen set up for endgame here, honestly. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
That is now Purg taking the second set. Yeah, I feel that this could have gone a little bit different if instead of, No Way Out, he did bring something else to help with the regression in some way. Just because it's not helping you play to the win condition. And Sin, he's just hanging out there holding hands with Sin.
He thinks he's cute.
Yeah. Waiting for him to get off the hook to take him out to the movies.
Alexa, play just the two of us. All right, thank you. We are going to be seeing, though, the elimination here as we see Generator 4 popping. There is still kind of, you can consider it like a light 3-gen, I guess, when you consider this middle gen. But with that other one, that gets done all the way across the way. Only one stack of No Way Out already proc. 24 seconds until our survivors can leave the trial here.
That was so quick. They are so efficient with this. The Purg knowing exactly what they need to do to win here. They can even sacrifice the person being chased now and just get a 2 out.
Yeah, at this point, it's really just it's a victory lap, right? Although with the hit getting taken, if you can go through main, we've already got the No Way Out off the doors here.
I think he just overshot the mark a little bit. Yep, doors open. Doom with the dodge. Very crisp. Very nice, very nice. But now it's just a 1v1 against a big scary man with his power, and he is down. NATO going to secure the 2K for Team Cat Jam. But yeah, Purg is just out and they are performing so well today.
Yeah, I think Purg really wanting to make sure that they're able to kind of secure themselves. You kind of mentioned how this is kind of a fight for that 6th seed, and knowing that we're at this point halfway to the point where we're left with only the top 6 teams. I think they're wanting to show that they're definitely wanting to stick around, wanting to make sure that they're having a fight towards the back end of things here. And already on a good pace here today. We're talking about set number 2, finishing with a score of 40-16. So, this is going to be tough, especially too, because now the survivors from Purgatory, with the run that they've been on, do have the opportunity to set the pace in this 3rd and decisive set, especially when we talk about it being a doctor on records, which is already probably anticipated to be a lower hook count trial, right?
More than likely, yeah. This is the Purg pick as well for this matchup. So it will be interesting to see what Purg's idea was with Doctor on this map. Unfortunately, I believe on universal bans, you can't take anything like DMS, pain res. Actually, who knows, that might actually be something that we're looking at seeing here. But as we get this lobby set up, everyone, we will see you in a few minutes with the round 3 of Herman here on the Wrecker's Yard. With Doctor here on Wrecker's Yard. Pokemon being chased here around the bus. Very quick first chase here. As you can see, stacking up them save the best for last stacks. We are halfway through the Corrupt and we don't have a down, but it is a tricky one to play here.
It does look like we're going to be able to get the pallet down this time around, which will be allowing us some distance as we try and pull this aggro a little more towards the Corrupt side of the map. Of course, it is Wreckers, so one of those smaller maps when we talk about the Auto Haven realm. And right now, when we talk about with Green Dean coming in here, working our way back towards Shack, getting a little bit of help as far as one, we have the increased area of effect from the high stimulus electrodes that we have. They're nice down here at this point as well.
Very nice down here. Good call too to go for that static blast to make sure nobody else is around here.
Also worth noting, the other add-on down there, it looks like is Carter's Notes, I think, which is the one that gives the red stain and terror radius for the survivors too. So keep that in mind. It's a nice little extra addition.
And getting that DMS value, luckily not banned this time around. He's just keeping them all off these gens. It's some fantastic work. And Sin getting slapped. That gen being so close to finishing as well. Unhook has happened now as well. Are they going to go for that tunnel? Yes, they are.
I wonder if we were originally thinking about the tunnel or if we thought about the tunnel after we realized that it was the obsession, I do believe, that had moved in for the save. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but our cooldowns here from those M1s have been getting a little bit faster, coming in with that save the best for last here. And yeah, I'm not sure if maybe since it was the Kate who had came in for the save, we're like, nah, I don't want to give up my stacks, but we're already at 5 of them things right now.
Oh yeah, and we've just had our first gen pop as well. Make that second gen as well.
Are able to interrupt there with the shock. This is our obsession, so I wonder if maybe we're going to try and just simply either force the grab or what. But, oh, able to get the save here at this point. That is going to be big. 6 stacks, 7 stacks. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's a stack fiend right now.
There's so many stacks going on. And they're trying to make sure they eat those hits to bring down those save stacks, dropping it down to 5, which, you know, doesn't seem like a lot. But when they're chasing this person down to get that next stack back, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, you'll definitely take, you know, getting rid of 2 stacks real quick if it means getting the Kate out of there. Now you're not worrying about the body block. You mentioned you're going to be getting those stacks back relatively quickly here, as long as you can finish this chase just the way that we see there at this point. We did see and hear, though, generator number 3 back behind us popping at this point. We still kind of have a little bit of a 3-gen off in the distance. Actually, a decent amount of a 3-gen really off in the distance. And this is now a 3v1 here. So Green Dean off to a really, really good start.
And a lot of the resources from this side are currently gone from that original chase too. That is unlucky. Sin going down quite quickly here.
It's basement? That's
Looks
basement.
like it.
That's
yeah,
tough.
That is rough. Good luck going for that save.
Now, we do got to keep in mind that both Doom and Vion are both fresh hook as well. So, I mean, you have some potential to maybe allow for some hang time, try and commit to some gens, and then go for a 1-for-1, potentially, especially since this generator right here, just about ready to go. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get it done before a kick. No pop available, though, so that thing's still going to be a rockin'. However, Green Dean is chasing their obsession. I think not going to be worried about it just quite yet. They are indeed saving the best for last, and then going to go ahead and come back towards the shack here. Not going to be able to get a hit before the shack pile, but that is going to kind of create more and more of the dead zone, removes those resources.
Yeah, this is becoming more and more of a nightmare situation here for the survivors. But they do get the magic school bus gen finished, putting them down to the final generator. But this split is looking like it might be a bit rough for them to finish. But Green Dean is just very methodically making sure he slowly tunnels people out one at a time. I think here now, though. Oh, did I hear a little click from a beamer? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the save either. That is unlucky.
It's really tough too, because now our friend Kate's gonna need to go to a corner real quick and figure their stuff out. You can see they're absolutely crazy over there. So it does buy you a, oh, I was gonna say, but we got someone moving in behind us there. Full sending.
He's committing to Sin as well. At this point too, with the 8 stacks, even bodying the 1 to drop it down to 6 stacks is not going to do a great deal. Let's see how this is going here. There's the pick, and down he goes. That is now a 2v1. Here we go.
This generator has a lot of progress on it. We're going to get some dead man switch value here now. Also keeping in mind that this is not the Kate, and the reason that's very valuable information that's going to give us another stack here also means we don't lose the stacks, means we are able to minimize the distance built here by the Ace. Ace is still going to be able to make it to this pallet space here, however, so prolongs the chase a little bit, just going to gum tech it, just going to be just start running to the opposite side of the map, swing and a miss here from Greeny. Nice patience on the loop as well to be able to stay on the right side of the pallet, hold that, says our Ace. Now also make it to our next filler pallet as well. I think we might be buying Kate just enough time to complete generator number 5 across the way.
And the adrenaline play, but little do they know.
And Green Dean's like, you might be faster, but so am I, homie.
This is not a situation that you want to be in. I bet he notices that he's a lot quicker too. Uh-oh. I don't think you make that. You certainly don't make that. And there's the Noed. Hunting down now, looking for the obsession. Will he be able to find them in time? And what if Vion also has a unbreak?
Yeah, that would still be potentially beyond the table here. There's going to be the shock, which does expose our last survivor that is currently in play here. Now they are entered. There's the unbreakable across the way. That is going to be something to note because Vion is fresh hook. That is 3 stages. That's a big point swing when you're talking about the 3 points for the escape plus the 6 points that you are depriving from the killer here. And it looks like that's going to be the game plan because they were downed relatively close to a door. We see our friend Kate here trying to do as best as they can to corner up, prolong this process. And since the hit did come in on the Kate, makes a couple of the stacks go away. And yeah, that's going to be a fresh hook out the door.
Yeah, that was a nail-biter of a game. Very good play here by our survivors to be able to get the one out, who was a fresh hook too. Fantastic play, of course, by Green Dean, securing this half for them, leaving points of 18 to 13.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still doing a good job on the killer side, making sure that you're able to take a lead. But I do gotta say, our survivors from Purgatory were able to do a good job. The fresh out is just such a big point swing, with only minimizing the point difference to being 5 here. So the pressure is still definitely, I would say, in favor of Cat Jam's survivors here. I mean, I know 9 stages is hard to do, right? Like, it's hard to duplicate, but your back's up against the wall here, so it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and Cat Jam needs this win, otherwise it is Purg taking that clean 3-0 sweep. Now, we will get this lobby set up for you guys, and we will be back with you in a few minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog. Trial number 6 between Cat Jam and Purgatory. Going to be seeing Pokemon OCE out here on the killer side, finding ourselves a survivor relatively quick. This is going to be big because you do have a tall task in order when we talk about a win condition here. So you need to get these downs quick.
Absolutely. And an interesting shift up in the perk builds here for our killers compared to the last set. Not leaning into the Noed, instead looking to try and stall out the generators as much as they can. Great zap through there as well. Bad Habits being chased through into this edge of the map past Pride Rock, and though now Nyx has been found. Being pushed off an active generator, he's not going to make that vault, so that is a free injure here.
We saw a quick reset pretty much as we happened to switch aggro and get another hit. We already got a reset in across the way. So, I mean, this is going to be tough. It looks like our survivors have shown up to play, wanting to make sure that they can limit the amount of stages that they're handing over. Remember, right now we are looking for right around that 9-10 hook mark, depending on how you're able to get those fresh hooks, able to get the nice mind game to get the snatch here. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what I mean?
That doesn't give a stack, unfortunately. So they've got the hook, but they're still only on 1 stack. And they have interrupted the gen here, finding Green Dean by the looks of that. So not opting to chase their obsession here. Oh, and they found the other two. Pushing them off that gen that is very close to being finished. And Corrupt is just wearing off right now. Doesn't get the throw on that pallet here in the jungle gym. That's going to be a free hit, I would say. Bonk. Luckily doesn't whiff that pallet down either. And Nick's being saved. It will be interesting to see what these sides will do here, whether we will be moving into a game 4 or not.
Yeah, it's going to be, I feel like right now our survivors, I mean, they're doing a good job of at least prolonging the chases here. I mean, when you're talking about needing to get up around that 9-10 mark, we're only at 2 stages thus far. Well, depending on if there's, you know, that thing here. Oh, and he slaps him with the D, says drop it. That does mean that our other survivors have been able to vibe out on these gens. Just simply hold M1, hit some skill checks here. And we do know that the gen on the opposite side of this bus has about as much progress here. So there are 2 over here, very close to completion.
Yeah, they are getting closer and closer to finishing. Now he's committing to this chase here on Bad Habits. I believe, no, that is, sorry, Green Dean, which is a good thing for him. It has swapped his obsession, so he can start pushing someone else out now. But if he does start farming Nyx again, who has been their only hook, that means that they're going to lose those save the best for last stacks unless they slug them, build them back up, and then put them on the hook. Great zap here.
And did you see that the other generator that is back here by the fun bus that we know had quite a bit of progress is still standing? That thing's a rockin', getting ready to get to poppin'. 3 survivors across the map though are all entered. We've got the back window, so no fun bus window, just the magic school bus here. As we work our way around, the shock should prevent at least the pallet throw, and this should inevitably lead to the down, as we do see though the 3 gen gets broken up across the way as well.
And they've also got that gen right near the school bus that is so close to popping. Green Dean putting in so much work here to keep them busy for as long as he can. And what a whiff! Dean is really keeping the hopes alive here this match. But that's the down. 7 stacks here of I said no way out. Oh my god, can you imagine? 7 stacks here of save the best for last.
Oh my goodness.
That would be terrifying.
I mean, imagine being stuck in the trial for 2 minutes. That would be absolutely terrifying. That is going to be at least another fresh hook here. But I mean, when we talk about needing to get to the win condition, we do, and only having 2 hook states right now, not looking good for Purgatory. However, since you're up 2 sets to 1, you are, you know, kind of allotted a set or 2 to drop here. I mean, we are going to be going to the Blight on the next set. It is going to be on the Ironworks of Misery, Dilly Dilly, if things kind of continue going the way that things look here. So
and if
I feel like it's just a matter of time.
If it goes to the tiebreaker too, we're starting and finishing the night on Plague. So that's an interesting one for the day. But who have we got here in this corner? Looks like we've found Bad Habits. Getting donked. Now we are at the full stacks of save. With only 1 gen left. It's going to take an absolute miracle, especially with no Noed, to take the win back here. Pokemon is quite likely probably not going to take this set, and we're going to see the 4th set. But I have seen stranger things.
I've only seen a couple episodes.
Yeah, same. I really thought I'd get more into it, but I got like season 2. It's just, yeah. But there's a down though. What's this, the 3rd fresh hook?
Yes, this is another fresh hook. At least you've got some hang time, but I mean, when we look as far as the build, I mean, we've pretty much already uncovered it all, right? The dead man switch to save the best for last, the thanatophobia that was slowing things down earlier. So our survivors know they don't have to worry about anything as far as the end game. So wouldn't be surprised, yeah, I was going to say if they are just trying to double up on this generator over here, get this thing finished. You can hear it has quite a bit of progress. We also see that the unhook came in back behind us across the way. So now we're going to be continuing our chase here with our Megan. There's going to be at least the first tap. Meg should be able to just hold Shift W away from this generator, try and buy some space, but Pokimane understands exactly what the game plan is. Double checks over here, is able to find Nyx at this point, who now takes a tag onto the backside as well. That is the obsession, so it will cause us to lose 2 stacks, but I think being this late into the game, not really a big concern.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, you see them. Everybody's vibing around here now. Can't afford to tunnel vision at this stage of the game. Great hit. I would assume at this point they are running all the way back to that gen, which is very close to finishing.
Yeah, I think they had just came over to this side to try and get a reset. Instead, went over that way, finished up the gen. We see the quick heal onto the ace that we can probably assume.
That was adrenaline, yeah.
Is the adrenaline, yeah. So it wasn't even a heal, just from the actual gen getting complete. And they're probably already on a door starting to get ready, honestly.
Yeah, unless they all simultaneously disconnect, we are going to be going into set number 4. Or sorry, round number 4. With the Blight. Now, this one was actually a purgatory pick as well. The doctor, that is. So it is interesting to see that CatJam has managed to snag this back from them. Yeah, NATO in the clear, complete 4-man out. Pokimane just saying, "Yep, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for NATO to leave."
Yeah, I mean, I think that the 10 stages of the of a win condition we knew was a tall task heading in, but this could be a potential for CatJam to start to pull back some of the momentum here. I mean, we're talking about winning set number 3 by a set of 37-22.
We might even see a reverse sweep here by CatJam, which would be an interesting thing to pull off. But we will quickly set up round 4 with the Blight, and we will see you all after a quick break. To the 4th round here, we've got Blight running it on Ironworks of Misery. Green Dean taking an early slap here. Looks like he's being pushed into the non-corrupted gens. Looks like possibly a lucky break, getting them some distance.
We're going to see as we push this survivor off the generator there. Going to start regressing a little bit thanks to that ruin. It's going to be interesting to see how long that Hex Totem, of course, stays up and in this trial. We should be able to make it back around to this pallet. Yep, going to be seeing the throw there at this point. A little bit of an early throw thanks to some hesitation from Sin. Not going to have to worry about getting stunned by it or anything like that. Nice job, though, to be able to get right back into our shack here. There's generator number 1 already getting complete, which means there had to have been 2 survivors on that.
Oh, absolutely. We've got Sin here looking for his next victim, and he has found Bad Habits. Getting a nice slap in, adding another stack here for Thanatophobia, keeping that percentage going higher and higher, but will Sin be able to find a way out of here? Got a lot of pallets that he can work with here, and a great stun, slapping him in the face with a big hard bit of wood. Ooh, Bad Habits might be in a rough spot now. These blinks are coming back, and Ruin is now gone, and Corrupt is also about to end.
And even though we do get the pallet throw here to be able to stay vertical pretty well, this whole, left to bottom left portion of the map now at this point is just one big old dead zone, and that's going to be leading towards the basement where our friend here, Bad Habits, is now going to be put. It has been a little while, though, since we've seen some survivors, so wouldn't be surprised to see a second, maybe even a 3rd generator popping relatively soon, but it doesn't look like it's going to at least be this middle generator, and Sin might just honestly kind of vibe around the shack for real.
Yeah, especially finding Nyx here as well. Just gonna put the pop on here by the looks of it. Yeah, probably going to make sure that he can at least confirm the second stage. This is like, even though there's a few windows here, this is a really rough patch of the map. There is still a pallet or two floating around though. Looks like someone did get back on that generator at the hill, if I'm not mistaken.
Did we just see somebody?
Maybe?
I thought we had seen somebody out of the corner of our eyes to the left. I could be wrong, but, you know, if we don't send anybody in for this save, now I can't help but ask myself, Darth, where are the generators, right? Because it's been a while since the first gen popped, and we have now had 60 seconds of hang time, considering that it takes a mere 80 seconds to complete a generator. I can't help but wonder why we're still sitting on only one, now a second complete.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not too sure what's happened. Maybe one of them was positioned for the save and just was using a lot of idle time. Yeah, you can see there's Nyx with for the people. So there, that means Bad Habits now can't just be instantly tunneled out of the game. But, ooh, great find here onto Green Dean as well. I am liking those seeing for the people being used a lot more. People have been really cottoning onto it here in the OCE leagues. I know that it has been quite popular over in NA for quite some time as well.
Yeah, it's nice, especially because like they changed the cooldown on it not too long ago, so it made it so you can bring in the spicy plays just a little bit more often, which we have been seeing a lot more teams you had mentioned in comp, really kind of across the globe, using it as a good anti-tunnel sort of feature. I do gotta say though, while we're mentioning it, sometimes I feel like it is used a little prematurely. Instead of just fully healing the survivor, we just instantly go ahead and take that broken status, which means in cases like this, that person is still holding back the gen progress by 5% during the entirety of that broken status. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you get like this situation too. The at least the For the People's. Oh, that was interesting. Not too sure what the swing was about. Yeah, even though For the People was used before, Bad Habits is now. He's already out of the game. We still have 3 gens remaining in a 3v1 with everyone injured. But it does kind of alleviate a little bit of the thanatophobia pressure.
There's going to be generator number 3 popping off across the way here, though. So, I mean, we see that our survivors are doing a good job attacking the gens. But I believe we still have a decent 3-gen up on this top side of the map, still intact. We have been able to track down a survivor. We still have survivors all injured across the board, which I gotta say, against the Blight, quite a risk to be taking here, especially since this is set number 4. And you are, you know, of course, just coming off your first set win, really wanting to kind of set the tone here. At least here's going to be the down on the Green Dean. Maybe, though, I was going to say, if we don't see the resets, maybe we'll be seeing some gens get done, but there's going to be the reset at least on a Nyx.
It looks like Nyx will probably go in for the save. I would assume because of the For the People, they're probably also running Deliverance and maybe looking to make a trade. But they've actually been spotted. They're the ones now being chased. Pop bringing that gen all the way back down to 0. Now we know Nyx is in Shack, and if that save happens, we know that it was NATO. Where did he? Oh, he just vaulted the window.
Yeah, I think was hoping to see if we could do exactly this and kind of keep this aggro back here. However, interesting to see that NATO hasn't committed to... Okay, that makes sense. Gets the gen done. That way your killer can come out here in this next trial, play into a 3-gen. I mean, you had plenty of hang time here for Green Dean, right? And granted, we're probably not going to be seeing a save before a second stage is forced, but you still can get a save here.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Especially if you still have Deliverance in play, you can get a save. It does trade out some points, but it makes your life easier going in. Oh. Maybe one of those bumps was messed up there. But yeah, saving this person, keeping it as a 3v1 instead of a 2v1 would make your life a lot easier, but does make the killer's job a bit harder. Oh, great work breaking off from there. Making sure that we do catch NATO off. Oh, this is not the position you want to be in, friend. Great hit, great down. Nix is probably, yep, there we go. There's the save onto Green Dean. Now, has NATO been hooked yet? I believe they have.
Yes. The person who we are still looking for right now would be the Claudette. Nix has not been hooked yet. That's the only person who is not. Everyone else is death hook at this point.
So I would assume then, looking at this, Nix would be running what? Deliverance for the people, maybe Dead Hard? So if that's the case, we know that they've had a safe unhook. They should be the person trying to get aggression and maintaining the chase as long as they can. Ooh, little double bumps here. Almost gets the flick onto Nix. Sin's just playing nice and patiently. Ooh. I don't think you wanted to bump into that one. And there is Green Dean.
We really gonna let NATO progress into a death stage here, huh?
Yeah, NATO's been having a rough one tonight. Been a few times now where he's just been left to rot on hook. We've spotted Nix here. I believe it's Nix. Yes, it is.
That is big. Keep in mind, again, this is our last fresh hook survivor, whereas Green Dean is a death hook. So, I mean, honestly, I would anticipate if Sin is able to establish the down here, we will be seeing them just go ahead and take the hook right away instead of slugging for the 4K, because even heaven forbid somehow an end game play happens with Green Dean, it would only be just a stage.
That is correct. Looks like Sin has other plans in mind, though. He really wants that 4K. He's picked the wrong gen. This is going to be costly. If we see that gen in the far side here pop now, he's going to be in a really scary situation.
We see Nix now pre-leaving once again, heading towards this filler. Just a simple one bump, just to try to get a little bit of information here. Does look like we're going to continue working around this filler palette. I only see Claudette and only see Claudette's scratch marks, though, which does lead me to believe that Green Dean is on that generator top right of the map here. And if that's absolutely the case, that thing's got to be getting 70, 80%, if not more at this point.
Nix is really showing us how it's done here today. Some great loops here on this map. Oh, what a sidestep. But yeah, all they've got now is windows, but they have been winning the mind game. Oh, there's the final gen. So he does need to secure this onto Nix.
There's going to be the first tag here. Remember, Nix doesn't really have much in this corner.
What a sidestep.
Now the question is, where do we go from here? Because we still have quite a bit of distance between us and that door. If we head this way, yeah, I was going to say we still are going to be running a really big risk of handing over a lot of stages. Now, there is no way out, no Noed. So, I mean, maybe you take a risk at moving in for the save, but I don't anticipate Sin leaving this hook, so probably not.
I don't think he gets a chance to deliverance if he has it. Nope. I really want to see in the end game if Nix did have it.
So 11 stages here. I mean, I know Blight is, you know, one of the stronger killers, you know, up on the tier list, especially even when it comes to comp. But on a map like Ironworks of Misery, to come in here with the 11 stages in set number 4, really regaining back that momentum that I feel like Cat Jam kind of started to pull into their favor during set number 3. Now, after trial number 7, Purgatory up with a lead 23-11 here.
Yeah, this is going to be a massive slog for Cat Jam. Hopefully, if they can pull this back, their dreams for a reverse sweep are very much alive. But all they need to do then is once they finish the gens, they need to get more than just a one stage out. So we will see you all in a moment once we get this lobby all set up.
All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog. Trial number 7 now between Purgatory and Cat Jam, and what could potentially be our last trial between these two squads here. Now, we are going to be seeing Purgatory out on the survivor side, needing to basically get 2 stages out the door here. Green Dean finding a survivor early. The question, are you going to be able to get a down early here, though?
An early down would be massive here for Green Dean. Looks like he has got that hit onto Vion very quickly and got rid of the pallet here for the long wall. And he gets a great early down here. That is fantastic. That's a hard one to pick, especially against Blighted Crow and Blighted Rat, whether or not you vault there. But let's see. How will this momentum carry? He's just, straight away from the hook. He's like, okay, time to rush. Go, 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 go. Going straight to his candy. Great hit onto Sin. Jesus Christ, he is fast.
Now the question is, if you can turn this thing down into a very quick down, you can almost allow yourself the pressure to essentially go from one unhook to the other, depending on how long his unhook comes in. Nice hesitation on the backside of the T-wall to be able to get the double back, and that, or on the L wall, sorry, not the T-wall, and that is going to be a down. Not sure if our friend Sin here managed to see that glowy totem over in the corner, but yeah, now Green Dean can basically just rush right over that unhook.
Oh, where was that, Jen? All the way off in the corner. Is there a reset off this? Looks like they tried to.
I do like this decision, though. You're going for the fresh hook instead of going for the tunnel out because you know you have a steep condition. If you can spread the pressure early, that's good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, how will he play this tile? Oh my god, Green Dean is not playing around. He is here for blood. Let's see what he can do. This is 3 hooks already to 1 gen. And the
Ruin's still being up too.
Yeah, it's probably going to go in a second though for sure. Oh, failed skill check. Oh. There it is.
Just in time too. Sheesh.
Oh, Sin is getting caught out. Green is just living in his head rent-free.
You see another survivor getting inserted into the picture here. I was going to say, I think I would take the free tag. Now instead you were trying to work your way around it. Now only have the second entered state. So only 10% slowdown, at least currently, from that Thanatophobia. But that is still something here for you. We're going to be continuing to work our way around the main building. That is going to be the Nancy here now, getting the tag onto her. 2 injured survivors plus the survivor on the hook, and this hooked survivor is right next to Green Dean, so not seeing anybody moving in just quite yet. This is going to be a second stage for us.
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely second stage, and then they will just rotate, find someone else, probably Pokemon again, who's just been reset. Sin still injured. Okay. Okay, game, no worries. This pallet is still up. Great opportunity to throw that down. For the people quite quickly.
See, like that there. Remember I was kind of talking about it before, how like I like seeing the for the people in, but there I feel like you could have had time. Now Pokemon can't be healed for, what, 60 seconds? I just feel like it's unnecessary sometimes. Yeah,
I'm not too sure there why they did it here. Now it's going to be a lot harder to save Sin, who's on death hook. Yep. Even though, yeah, you know, Doom was also death hook here. But it's a, I don't know. It seemed
I guess maybe the thought process is you can just split your ways and start splitting pressure on gens, I guess. But now we're in a situation where Nancy just takes one tap, where as before you take the 16 seconds to heal. Now Nancy can serve more than 16 seconds in a run. You know what I mean?
Oh, hello. And yeah, there's another gen gone. Sin still hanging about there. Probably about to be saved in a moment.
Has that timer paused? Because he's been on Death Hook for a minute, hasn't he?
I believe it might have. He could be a Kama gamer. Oh, what a down. Fantastic work. And that's a kill. Sin has been saved in the nick of time. We might be seeing a tiebreaker set here, folks. If green keeps this pressure up.
I think the important thing is we got to make sure we get the pop on the right gen, right? We got to make sure it's on the one that has the most progress. We can hear very minimal progress on this gen. However, we do find ourselves a survivor over here. Nice job to be able to land the hit. And the only reason I mentioned about the gens is because we could just simply have, Sin as well as our Nancy over there, Pokimane, just hanging out on some gens right now. And that's all they need to do, get the gens, get done, get out the door. All you need is more than one stage. So, I don't know. This could be tough.
This is going to be very tough. There is the hook. If I'm not mistaken, almost everyone is on Death Hook here now. Definitely going to be popping that gen. Oh, champion, you don't have a lot of assets around here. Green's just like, where'd he go?
I mean, we can see Green still has a nice... Oh! I was going to say strong 3 gen on this side, but there it is getting completed right in Green's face. There's going to be the unhook across the way. Keep in mind that middle gen did have a decent amount of progress as well. I would imagine that's going to be the direction that Green Dean takes this hook and then applies this pop goes the weasel, as we do see the reset across the way.
Yeah, that was, I would assume they reset quite close to that hook, judging by that. Now it's a 2v1, single gen remaining. Oh no.
And so now we're got to keep in mind we're in a similar situation to where we were last trial, right? Where the fresh hook survivor is the survivor that is in chase in the end of the trial. Not sure if maybe we can serve some juice and if this might happen to be the adrenaline player, because otherwise we are kind of in a dead zone here, especially against a Blight that has the double speed add-ons, is able to pump the brakes a little bit, double back, create just a little bit of distance here. But yeah, now at this point, with the dead hard,
very nicely played.
This just might be enough to allow the generator to get done. But if the gen gets done, you need the save and the out, because otherwise just the out would be on a survivor that is on Death Hook, so that would be only the tie. And this gen isn't anywhere close already.
I don't know if running upstairs against this man was the right idea, depending on the door spawns upstairs. Oh, he got lucky. And that was the unbreakable on Pokimane. This is a nail-biting finish.
I wonder if Green Dean is familiar with as far as who has what sort of hook count, because if you end up hooking Ace just a little bit too quickly, never mind.
They stayed in the corner. They've got nothing now. They've got no medkit. They've got no unbreakable. But let's say they get Vion and put him on the hook. If they don't find Pokimane and they bleed out on the floor, that's set win to Purg.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen a bleed out be the result of a set here thus far into the season. So the timer starting to decline here. Of course, it is a bleed out timer, so 4 minutes complete bleed out time. Probably at this point a little bit closer to like 3:15, 3:10, somewhere around there, but still plenty of time for Green Dean to locate beyond here.
We do hear some footsteps, if I'm not mistaken. Not too sure what he's planning now. Yeah, this was full pedal to the metal. He knows. I would assume too that he knows that he can't just hook Pokimane because, again, this is what I was talking about last time. What if they're the Deliverance player? Oh, they're still just vibing in the comp corner, but he is going to go for it, and there's nothing.
Oh, do we know where's our closest hook?
They're not the
It's all the way up here on the Pride Rock. So Pokimane, more than likely here, wiggles off, runs right back to the same corner.
We can swap back to the killer.
Oh no! So now at this point, we'll be able to secure the slug and put him up onto the hook here.
This is an insane game. Tied points.
I mean, now what do you do? I mean, you kind of like, you have to get the save here, but I don't think Green Dean's going to allow it for free. I mean, you've got, I guess, hang time to try and bang out a gen and then make a desperate play for a door, maybe? I don't know, man.
Yeah, like, I mean, if I was them, yeah, you'd want to be slowly working your way towards, not the unhook, but towards where the hatch will spawn. Either that, or depending on your door spawns, you just camp a door.
We know we have one over here by the door.
Oh, he's slowly creeping over. Oh, so calm about it. Oh, but the scratch marks. Has Green Dean seen him?
I'm pretty sure he has. Yeah.
He has, yeah. We're
so that
probably going to
should
see
mean
them, miss a skill check here. Wait, they're still holding on. Maybe they're waiting for them to get, yeah, just that.
They want the perfect timing, yeah. Because now Green Dean's, of course, faster. Green Dean also gets priority over here at Hatch.
Oh my god.
Unfortunate for Beyond. Almost got it. Unfortunate. So it looks like we're going to be seeing a set number 5.
Yep. To the tiebreaker, starting the night with the Plague and ending it with the Plague. Different maps, but yeah. Will this be the reverse sweep by Cat Jam here?
It's definitely going to be intriguing to see. I mean, I feel like when we look at the set that they won by the biggest margin, would it be the Doctor set? And I would say that the Plague would be a little bit more similar to the Doctor than, you know, the Blight, the Oni, the Billy. So maybe something to build some confidence on. Also, of course, you're coming in on the back-to-back set wins here as well. So yeah, Cat Jam looking to pull off the reverse sweep. I feel like right now, Purgatory might want to just take a second here and, you know, remind themselves that they won the first 2. This is a team that they've shown that they can beat, and we're now in a best of 1.
Welcome back, folks. We are here now on the tiebreaker. We have Green Dean, back-to-back killer games. Let's see if he can clutch out the plague here on Father Campbell's Chapel. Oh, these have been some crazy games, Q. I'm pumped we got to see this. Is this going to be the reverse sweep by CJ, starting off with the minus points for the DMS, and now we're here in a tiebreaker situation?
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, throughout the course of this season, we've seen plenty of sweeps. This would, I do believe, be the first reverse sweep of the season. And we had kind of talked about heading into this matchup, the importance really for these two teams here today, really kind of trying to start securing things, start to make sure they're kind of setting themselves up with the rest in that 6th spot, because that, of course, will be the last spot that makes the first round of cuts here in OCE. So granted, we are still a couple weeks away from that, but it's a good first step forward here. And right now, we do see our survivors playing very, very patiently, looking to wait out the corrupt here, which might potentially put just a little bit of extra pressure here on the Green Dean.
Oh, they found the spicy totem too. Oh, Sin has been found, and he got rid of the ruin. That was so close.
It's almost unfortunate that the person that you end up chasing, though, is the one who just cleansed the ruin, right? Because we already, as you'd seen, had a couple of survivors who had some progress onto these generators here. So if Sin can serve up the juice here, and, you know, even if just 45 seconds, that's enough for half a generator on 3 separate generators, knowing that 2 already had about a quarter of repair work done. So I'm going to be seeing us rotating back towards the circus here. Pour one out for the homie Maurice. Not there currently, but that is going to be the down here at this point. On to Sin after the corrupt has expired there, though. So don't be surprised if we see a couple of generators popping off in the distance here.
Sorry about that,
Spectator
chat.
bug.
We were just, fixing up a bit of a spectator bug here. May need to rotate between the players.
We'll have to wait until there's basically a health state change, so we can probably hang on board with Pokimane, because it looks like Pokimane's in chase with Green Dean here at the moment.
There we go. Good old spectator bugs.
Although I can't tell if our killer's still tracking Pokimane here or not. It is intriguing, though, to see that we have only...
All right, let's keep swapping around. Let's see. Oh, we've had a health state change. Did this fix the bug? No, it has not. Let's go. We were making some jokes earlier about guessing
There it is.
And we're back.
All right.
Excellent. We've come back to Doomgoat getting slapped to the floor. All the survivors infected. 2 gens remaining. And this is our second hook. Thankfully, it is a fresh hook. So that is going to help Green get some points here. He does have this corrupt pool here. Let's see what play he can make.
It's going to be tough here because we can anticipate there's a decent bit of progress and at least probably one more generator here. We see, of course, there's the infection on the windows where we've at least had somebody recently vaulting. We got some scratch marks in our TNL over here trying to use our corrupt purge. It's interesting seeing that Green Dean opted, and I don't think we talked about this yet, maybe partially because we had the weird bug going on there, but no apple add-on. I feel like recently we've been seeing some people even opting for the double apple, but in here instead we've got the purple amulet, which we often see paired with one of the apples, as well as the infected emetic, which is going to help with the effectiveness of the vile purge. So
yeah, it is an interesting choice here. I mean, people do run the apple because it's proven to be efficient in comp. Maybe it's similar to Max Brimstone bringing out the different Wraith add-ons to catch people off guard with the cloak speed. But what a down onto Sin. But we have had Sin hooked already, so it's not as valuable as it could be, and it looks like they're aware of that. Oh, if
Imagine.
only. Yeah, so now if they don't cleanse, this is, you know, they just have to run people down.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's a choice now for the survivors, right? And I think that's one thing I always like with the plague gameplay is that whole, do we cleanse, if we cleanse, when do we cleanse? And with Sin being in the basement across the way from what we can probably anticipate is at least one of the generators being worked on over there in the circus, maybe even have 2 people on that gen. Oh, no, sounds like we might have someone up here top mid. Yeah, that's actually going to be the ace now dropping down, but
no,
Green D's going to get the
Vion.
down. This is tough.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was up there because he was a balanced landing gamer, but he was just caught sleeping. That's 3 stacks of the No Way Out as well, which has just been activated on the circus door. 2 people on the hooks here. Sin is likely going to fall unless they're looking to do an end game cleanse. But they now know all 4 perks, so they know that they don't have to worry about something like Noed. I'm sure that they would have guessed by now that he doesn't either A, have a pool, or B, have a pool nearby. But the cleansing has begun, so we know where Doom is, roughly. And we also now know where Pokimane is.
For what? Why?
Yeah.
Because Pokimane's fresh hook here. But so why give, because Thana doesn't work on the doors. I'm confused.
Maybe they're out here playing some 4D chess. I'm not sure. I feel like though someone's on that circus door. Like you
Has
gotta
to be, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably both of them. Maybe it was just some misdirection.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the thought was, especially because the second cleanse was farther from that door, maybe the thought was they're gonna go over there, get the power, and then go and check in on the survivor, which would guarantee them the out, maybe, because especially with Pokimane being a fresh hook, that was a very valuable survivor. So maybe that was the thought process was, you know, since Green Dean didn't have any of the corrupt pools available, if you gave them one, they would quickly retreat back to make sure that they secured the hook, which just guarantees you the outs. If I had to guess, the strategy was something along those lines.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So we had what? Doom was 2-stage. We had the 2K, and Pokimane was not hooked.
Yeah, so that's gonna so that's gonna result altogether in a score of 17-14 here in favor of Cat Jam. So a little bit of pressure onto Purgatory for sure, because we're still talking about a decent amount of stages here for their killer to come out here. Cat Jam has relieved a little bit of the pressure on their side by ensuring the fresh hook, the fresh out. Wait, did I say that backwards? I said that backwards. Yeah. So, no, right? Oh, Cat Jam has the pressure because of the fresh out. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Boom.
There we go. So it's all up to Purg now to see how they play this killer. It's down to the wire. This could really be anyone's game. So we will get this all set up for you now. And we will see you guys in the next and final round of tonight's games.
All right, let's go ahead and take another trip here back into the fog for our 10th and hopefully decisive trial here.
What? What is happening? 2 gens remaining.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Did they?
Looks like they're all.
They spawn in the basement?
No, they
they all walk down here. Okay.
Wait. All right. What's the killer doing? Let's. What the killer doing though?
It's gonna be tough here because we can.
I guess this is where they found to wait out the corrupt.
One more. I mean, it's a method. Of course, there's the infection on the windows where we've. This method isn't going to quite be available quite the same way after a couple weeks yet. So, I guess enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
We do see though, as far as for Phantom though, comes in with a pretty aggressive build here, right? We've talked about The Ruin Undying, so hoping for a little bit of help as far as on the gens, wanting to slow down from the Thanatophobia, but also couldn't help but notice the double apple add-on. Tells me we're looking to use the power a lot.
Yeah, see, that's a... sorry, I'm just... I mean, look, I'm hoping they're not just staying down here for the memes. I'm hoping as once this corrupt runs out, they actually do go up there.
Oh, this is totally 100% for just waiting out the corrupt here, which really at this point, what, has about 10 seconds left? Then we'll see our survivors work their way out. It is intriguing to see that they didn't at least slowly... It's like, it's this weird, like, give and take with waiting out the corrupt, right? Because, yeah, at this point, we're 2 minutes in, and now you can really attack the gens at free will, but it also means that we're 2 minutes in, and there's 0 progress on the gens, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we found a spicy totem.
Then there's that, so...
Yeah, what's, Oh, that's going to be gone already. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Made it back just in time, though.
The Wily doesn't have the purge efficiency. Like, oh, Nyx is in a scary spot here. I'm pretty sure this is very easily bloodlustable. Doesn't fall for the double back, but gets caught out even with the Lithe. Unless they, insta-drop this, they're doomed and they double vault. No triple vault. Running into the carnival. One of their friends there on that motor. But there is the first down. NATO is also infected with the goo. They've realized that was undying as well. Oof. This is looking pretty this could be anyone's game at this point, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because normally we would say that with having a down this late into the game, it was kind of in favor of the survivors, but we know that the survivors waited out the corrupt. Now, they were able to find the Ruin and the Undying, so now Phantom is just a 1 perk Anderson, and now granted, currently you are getting 10% slowdown. Oh my goodness gracious, from distance, that is going to be a down here. Not surprised to be seeing the slug here. I feel like need to build up a little bit of additional pressure here. We do also see a little bit of the sickness being accrued by the Megan here, getting a 1 step closer now, actually getting tagged. Right now, Phantom hitting some shots from distance.
Yeah, Phantom just being the vomit sniper right here. Yeah, there was nothing you could do there. If you threw it, you got puked on. If you waited, you got puked on. That was... Phantom is just out here to play. Now we see as well, NATO has been picked up, but everyone's getting infected. He still has pools to work with as well. He does see, I'm pretty sure, yep, that's bad habits. And if he times this right... We also know that they don't have Lithe as well, so this is a very scary palette for them.
Because you can anticipate, especially now, they've got to be just about on the verge of full infection. We do see them retreating, though, here at this point, so...
Yeah, good call to make, but and good call as well, I think, to get this pool, because there's no reason they'll be there for quite a while. So collect it while you can. Move in towards that unhook in the...
Now it's interesting here. We see going to be moving up towards our circus side. Wouldn't be surprised to maybe see our survivors trying to play a little bit more immersive. The only problem is when you're sick, of course, you do have those sound indicators, right? So... I mean, we know that there's at least nobody around this area. All 4 survivors are back into the trial here. No one currently on a hook. Doing a good job right now minimizing the hook counts. And, you know, after seeing a successful, we can't call it successful just quite yet, but pretty well a successful stealth out of the power, I can't help but wonder, do we maybe consider cleansing at least on some of the farther pools? That way we can let go of some of this Thanatophobia. It's the only perk right now that Phantom has.
Yeah, but they are playing around it quite well. There's no way he gets the down here. Yep. He still has that pallet available to him. There was 2 people on that middle gen as well, which it looks like Phantom was aware of, but he is opting to move to another gen, which is, oh my god, on the verge. The mind games abound into the pallet, but NATO is down. He has hooked NATO before. Please, no pallet saves. God, he's risking it for the biscuit, man.
And I couldn't tell if I had heard somebody behind us there or not, but I just think they just weren't there just quite in time. I have a sneaking suspicion there's a survivor somewhere close.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, he did push, like, I think it was green into that area just before, and there was 2 people on Carnival Gen, on main gen, and that Carnival Gen just popped. Oh, we hear a Meg. What was that? Hello?
Nice sprint burst play. I mean, to be honest, because you can't go the window route there, right? We saw Phantom was already aimed and ready to go that way. Just unfortunate, it's one of those where you have nowhere to go.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, when it ran to him, it looked like they got that hit just straight away. But they were just too fast.
So I'm trying to think here right now. So we've got a survivor that's about to be forced onto a second stage. If Green Dean does not get picked up and is secured up. Oh,
with the last part of that. Oh my lord. And Green Dean is saved here. Look at these hooks. Look how close they are.
Yo, we need a nerf hooks. Can we do that?
There's been a bug I've been seeing, right, on some of the Coldwind maps.
Yeah.
Where
they're facing each other, literally.
Yeah, yeah. The hooks are just literally holding hands.
Yeah.
What are you meant to do?
And I mean, now here's going to be where things get really tough, because we're talking about now, if Cat Jam is wanting to pull this off, you need to complete 2 gens. And what? Essentially play a perfect game from here.
Yep.
Green Dean would be allowed to be hooked once. But then that would be the tie. So yeah, you would need to get both gens done, and these 2 survivors can be sacrificed, but then you need both your survivors out the door. So right now, from this point forward, Cat Jam needs the perfect game if they're wanting to pull this off.
Oh no. This is the only person that was not hooked.
There's 1 gen though. Remember, Green Dean is fresh hook. Oh, this isn't Green Dean. This is Bad Habits. I don't know why I'm saying that. Bad Habits is fresh hook. Yeah, that's what I meant.
We hear some progress on main gen. I don't think they know that that pallet is gone, but they're just going for that power. They're like, okay, yep. Time for me to go throw my red goo. Now we know that Nyx was last seen over in that corner, so I'm not too sure where they would have disappeared to. We have a gen in Carnival, which I'm guessing is the one that they're going to be pumping out.
Now that's where things get spicy, because, you know, now everyone's been hooked. That is something that your killer was not able to do on the side from Cat Jam. So I believe you still have a shot here, but I think now it requires the save and then the gen getting complete. And I think that would be it. They have to escape with a perfect game on that, because right now our killer total is at 17. Yeah, now 19 points. So I believe with that second stage being forced there, I do believe that should be Purgatory preventing the reverse sweep. Yeah,
I think by 2 points. Even if they get the save, no more hooks, finish the gen, I think that they win it by 2 points.
So been a hard fought game, and I think we had talked about it offline. We started with the plague, and now we're ending with the plague, and this was very close here. But you know, I gotta say, I think Purgatory definitely gonna be feeling good about this one, being able to come out to the fresh start to allow, you know, a little bit of a fall off to still be able to pull things off here in the end with a really good performance from them today.
Oh, absolutely. This was a phenomenal game to watch. I wouldn't have guessed that it would have been so down to the wire here, but it's just a phenomenal game today to watch. And there's the final gen. Bantam really putting them through their paces here. Nick's now thrown out the game. They're probably going to be already almost open here on this carnival door. Does spot another survivor on the way over. Don't think he's going to be able to stop them. They do get the 2-man out, but it's not going to be enough.
Sheesh.
Wow, what a game.
That is really, really tough here.
What's
Really
that,
good series, though, all the way around, though.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. Incredible series. Just brilliant gameplay here to watch. Yeah, Purg taking this series 3-2, just preventing the reverse sweep. Incredible gameplay from both sides. Great work here by CatJam to stealth out the corrupt, but just ultimately was just not enough. But still amazing comebacks, incredible plays to see here. And then, of course, tomorrow, don't forget, we do have Rev versus
tomorrow's going to be good. Yeah.
it's going to be a top match to watch.
And that one, so since it is only one match tomorrow, we are starting a little bit later than normal. Not as late as yesterday, but we are going to be starting at 7 p.m. Sydney time. So that would be 11 GMT, I think. 5, am I saying that right?
Yeah,
hold on. No, 9 GMT, 5 a.m. Eastern time. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, but with that, guys, make sure that if you haven't done so yet, make sure that you drop us a follow. If you really want to support us, drop us a sub here. It does help us out here in doing what we do. Make sure you look after your boy Q here. Check him out on the socials. He's got Insta, he's got YouTube and Twitch, all under yoboycue. Have I missed any here? Any of your socials?
No, but just basically anywhere you can think of. I probably should get to Instagram, even though I don't post as much. But yeah, YOBOYCUE, not the letter Q. CUE, like like a cube, all that too. Come hang out sometime. That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, but I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's game's gonna be dope. And
tomorrow's gonna be spicy.
I know you and I feel like we're probably not as pumped as I'm sure the boys are. I think right now part of it is because we saw 9 sets today. Kind of crazy to think about. But 5 banging sets here between these two teams. Just wanted to give one more shout out to them because that was honestly really fun to watch between Cat Jam and Purgatory.
Oh, absolutely. I would not have predicted it to be as close as it was, but these were fantastic games here to watch. Also, we will, if you want to catch up on any of my content, check out Darthain Plays Games here on Twitch. Hopefully getting back onto the YouTube grind after 8 months of not doing it, but we'll see. For those of you who haven't as well, make sure you do join our Discord to keep up to date with the DBD OCE competitive scene. There is links here on the Twitch page if you just scroll down. But everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support and keeping us doing what we do. You are always fantastic. Thank you again to our competitors for playing tonight and putting in as much effort in a fantastic show as they have. But thank you, and we will see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock Sydney time.